All right, welcome to the Conrin cast. My name is
No,
Nazrin.
it's not me again.
Oh yeah, CawnrinBird. One of these days we'll get it right.
It's only the third episode. We'll get there
Get
eventually.
there. We'll get there. Yeah, welcome to the CawnrinBird cast. My name is Dazrin. I am joined once again by Waterbird
Hello.
and Connor.
Hello. Hello. I should be louder this week. I figured it out.
Were you like super quiet last week or something?
Yes.
Yeah. So my okay. So I this is a great thing to start talking about.
Yeah. Lead
We
us through.
recorded it, but last time I used OBS, I wasn't. I don't remember what I was doing, but my mic was really loud, so I turned it down.
Okay.
And assuming nothing's changed in OBS since then, because I have the same mic, I have the same setup, it would be fine. And because I spent so much time trying to fix everything else in OBS and getting it set up, I didn't actually do a test run on audio. So we recorded it, and then I listened to it, and I was like, "Ooh, I'm a little quiet. I'll fix that in Vegas when I go to edit it."
Posts, right.
I apparently recorded it in one of the only formats that you cannot edit things in Vegas. So I just had to upload the video raw and just accept it.
You just sent it.
I had to send it. There's nothing I could do. And I was like, "Oh no!"
Could you not like theoretically convert the file
I could
to
have.
something that could be?
I wasn't going through all that.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fair. I was just wondering for my own curiosity.
So we are now recording an MP4 like a regular human.
Like a regular human being.
Yes.
Was it recording in MKV?
I actually think it was MKV.
But
It's
you're
like-
now recording in MP4 like a normal human
it was
would.
it was MKV.
It's like star rotation. You turn
Well-
like a normal human would.
Like a normal human would. No, but like you're supposed to be recording in MKV on OBS because I think it takes less space, and then like you convert it to MP4 by like remuxing it in OBS itself. And anyway,
Oh, okay. You can explain that to me
Yeah.
later.
yeah.
Because I just changed it to record in MP4 because
I mean that works too. That works too.
I opened up Vegas and then was trying to like put it in, it just wasn't working. I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah, you need
What
to.
is going on?
You convert it in OBS.
I didn't know you could do that. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know the reason why. I think it's for file space, but I also think it's just like so that you can choose
Well, I saw one
what
of the things.
recordings. I don't know.
I think it was one of the things was file space, and then one of the other things was like you can fix audio in it. It was like different audio paths or something, but
Like maybe you can rip the
yeah, or
or
something.
something.
But I think
I don't know.
we'll figure it out. Maybe by week 5 we'll have a new system. Who knows?
By week 5, we'll have it all figured. We'll have the
like-
intro figured out.
I honestly feel like one of these weeks we could have an entire podcast just talking about that Super Mario 64 video though. Wombat's Fortress, star rotation,
Could we actually do that, dude?
being better than Benny,
Benny's
or being better than Sig.
Benny's the goat. I'll say it. Benny's the goat.
Benny
Him and that-
without headphones is better than Sig.
Benny without headphones, without looking at chat, maybe using an Xbox 360 controller. That's my goat.
I'd get 54 easy, only because I'd miss a few strats.
It's because I miss a few. You know, fun fact, I actually did a 70-star run, and I did get a 55. And I
Ooh.
did miss a few strats.
Wow, this guy. Missing a few strats.
I'm pretty sure I fell down TJ walking from bits. So
Did you
I
die though? Or
definitely
did you
missed
just
that one.
fall?
No, I think I just fell. I just
Okay.
went back up and did it again.
It's not too bad.
Yeah.
TTC 100 hitting the invisible wall, falling to the bottom, but not dying. Going, that's a problem.
Dude, that's worse. I would rather die.
Yeah, like I'd rather just restart instead of have to climb up and hope I can still get an okay time.
I mean, to be honest, if you're messing up in bits, it's pretty much gonna be the
It's-
vibe regardless.
It's over.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure my 150, like my 120 PB, uh, I like lost like 3 minutes in bits to like just Bowser throws and just like fumbling about.
And red coins.
Yeah, red coins. Yeah, yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
big
Which
question.
red
Could've been
coin is
one.
it? That fourth red coin? One, two. The fifth red coin could be a little troublesome, the one with the fire.
Oh yeah.
But it still shouldn't be that bad. It shouldn't be
Nah,
3 minutes.
I was like literally shaking. It was really bad. Like you could see my Mario like was just like
Just
going
trying
crazy.
to,
Me, I'm
bunny
just playing
hop.
with my D&D dice.
Ooh,
Yeah,
let's see the
like you.
dice.
Oh yeah.
Let's see the dice. How about
Oh, I have way
Show,
too
show us the
many.
dice.
Can we just grab a handful?
that? Yeah. Wow.
I have way more than this.
Lots of cool colors. Alrighty. But yeah, I think we will talk about some things that just happened. Metroid Prime remaster came out. A lot of people are pretty impressed with it. Usually remasters are not something that people, you know, it's not usually something that's like, super well received across the board. Usually it's like, oh, okay, like this
Especially
thing
a
got a
Nintendo
remake.
remaster.
Yeah, especially a Nintendo remaster because it's like,
Like
oh yeah, like
Skyward
never
Sword,
seen that
no one
before.
cared.
Yeah.
Isn't there some thing where like when Nintendo's not the one to do the remaster, the game's good? Like when they outsource it, like it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, because like when they
Maybe.
outsource it, like they
'Cause-
like those people actually care.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, I mean, Link's Awakening was really good. That was probably them.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Like
that's
that
pretty
one was
good.
really good. I'm currently looking up remasters from Nintendo. Um, Banana Blitz remaster was awful.
What the hell is Banana Blitz?
Super Monkey
That's
Ball.
Super Monkey Ball.
Wait, was that?
I didn't like the Super Monkey Ball, the
Bana-
big collection that much either, because they changed the physics.
Oh, did they? Oh,
Yeah,
I thought that was gonna be really good.
Banana
Yeah.
Blitz or Banana Mania?
there's two. They
Oh.
made a
There's
Banana Blitz remaster, and then they made the Banana Mania.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
there's Banana Mania.
Yeah,
Banana Mania is the one that
it's
has
like the
all of
new
them
one.
together.
Oh, okay.
That game is fun.
It's all right. I don't like that they changed the physics.
Yeah, it was a little weird, but it was fun going for like really dumb strats on levels for like an hour.
True.
So it's like a different game, but it's like the same level designs as like the
Yeah,
normal.
basically,
Okay.
yeah. And at that point, I'd rather just play the games again.
Yeah. Yeah. But that being said, like the Metroid Prime remaster actually really, really, really good. Like, um, it's a different game, like from what I understand as well. Like it's different mechanics and like different physics and stuff like that. Like you're not gonna be able to like do those out of bounds clips like you can on the GameCube version.
Yeah.
But that being said, like everything's completely like retextured, remodeled. Um, when you like fire like a laser or like something that ignites the room, like you see like the glare of like Samus on like your face shield like a lot better and like yeah, it looks really really good. It looks really well done. I think a lot of people are impressed across the board.
Yeah, I'll most likely pick it up. Because I was either gonna do that or I wanted to play the Metroid Prime games anyway, so was thinking about doing the like mouse and keyboard one that they have for
Mm.
the computer.
Yeah, I heard that's a really good mod as well. I know Clismic did that,
Yep.
and yeah,
Wait, Metroid
it
Prime
seemed pretty legit.
PC? That actually sounds so sick.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
use your mouse and keyboard to do everything.
yeah, and apparently they have like the whole trilogy as well done that way. So Pretty
They sure
sick.
do.
Yeah, I think what they were probably doing, is like they were probably trying to re, you know, recreate the Metroid Prime engine just so that they can have something to work with for probably like Metroid Prime 4 perhaps. Then like, in process of creating the engine, they were like, "Oh, well, you know, this is done, so like let's just remaster the original Metroid Prime and then that gives us, a better understanding of like how
And
to
it
go
gives us
about the
time to keep
game."
doing Prime 4 because we're not going to do the remaster and then come out with Prime 4 right away.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure they
But
can do it with the other two as well.
yeah, exactly. Then that's exactly what I was gonna say was like I hope they also remaster the other two
Yeah.
Metroid Prime games. That'd be really nice, but I don't know. We'll see.
Are there any games you guys want remastered? It doesn't have to be Nintendo, just any games that you think about and you're like, damn, it'd be really nice if this was remastered.
I think the original Paper Mario, um, and like Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, I think that could make for a really good remaster. Um, but for some reason I don't know, like Nintendo seems to hate like the old Paper Mario battle system. Haven't seen one like that in a long time, but
Yeah,
that
from the
would
first
definitely be
two.
something. Yeah, yeah, that would definitely be something I'd be interested in as far as like a remaster goes. Um, just haven't seen a game uh anywhere close
Just give me
to that
Diddy
in a
Kong
while.
Racing.
Oh, dude, that'd be
True.
so good.
I like Mario
Actual
RPG.
Oh,
Oh,
That
that could be really good.
Mario RPG or like
you mean like the Legend of the
yeah,
Seven
7 stars.
seven stars? Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
That one
That
was really good.
and Lego Racers. That game was
Lego Racers.
that game was so fun.
I
I
think I
think I had
remember
that
that
for the
game.
PS2.
I think I
I
rented that
think.
one time.
How old is that game, Connor? Is it PS2 era? Am I thinking correct?
You are, I mean, it was 99.
Oh no, that's N64 era.
Yeah, but I mean, it
That's
probably.
PS1.
Oh, hang on, Lego Racers 2 was probably.
I think I had Lego
Yeah,
Racers 2.
Lego
Yeah,
Racers
I
2
did.
was PS2. But the, like
I
the
had
two,
Lego Racers 2.
it's like the menu music in that game is so good, and then building a car music is so good in that game.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
dude,
this game was so good. I'm looking it up right now. This game was so good.
Lego Racers, low key sleeper hit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what comes about that. I mean, um, look, I would love to see Melee being remastered, but again, like
That
that
will
could
never
be,
happen.
yeah, that could be something that's just like, yeah, just impossible at this point. Um,
Something I'm extremely excited for is I believe I could have the date wrong, but I believe it's March 6th. I think it's next Monday that uh Temtem is coming out with their randomizer in game and their like it's like an enemy randomizer in game as well.
oh damn.
They're
So
coming out with it themselves.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So it'll be like an in-game function for the game. It was one of their Kickstarter goals that they matched like a few years ago when their Kickstarter was up.
That's really cool.
Yeah, for people
Dude,
that
that's
don't
huge.
know, Temtem is basically Pokemon, but it's like it's Crema's own creation. Crema's the developer. So it has a bunch of their own Tems that they created, which are basically the Pokemon. It has different types. It's only doubles, uh, and they're gonna have their own randomizer in it. And it's honestly a fantastic game. I love Temtem, and
Yeah,
so
Temtem definitely like one of those games that like one of those games that you always wished existed, but now actually exists. Like Temtem is like actually like legitimately Pokemon MMO, from what I understand.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Pokemon
So
MMO, but only doubles.
right, like VGC format. Still,
Yep.
yeah, that's that's super cool. That's something I really want to try as well. Like just Temtem in general. I don't think I've ever tried it. I've seen the gameplay. I think it's just like the beta though. But
Yeah, it finally actually released. I don't think it's in early access anymore.
oh, really? Okay. I'm not sure when that happened, but the last time I checked, it was
Yeah, because
in
it's $45, so it's definitely out.
damn. Yeah, so
Yeah,
go
it's
pick
out.
it up. Sheesh.
Um, but yeah, I'm super excited for that. It should be coming out. I know it comes out next week sometime. I just don't know the exact date.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, extremely excited for that.
Uh, did you guys see Breath of the Wild 2 footage at all? I don't think
Did they do actual footage or was it just a trailer, right?
okay, was it just a trailer? Okay, I wasn't sure. Yeah, that's what I was trying to ask. Like I know like they announced it and all of that, but I wasn't sure if they only showed the trailer, or if they actually showed a little bit of gameplay.
Yeah, it was a new trailer that came out. It
Okay.
looks great. I will say
Yeah.
it just I already knew it like Breath of the Wild 1 was so good. I say Breath of the Wild 1. This one's not even called Breath of the Wild. It's called Tears of the Kingdom.
Tears of the Kingdom,
Breath of
yeah.
the Wild was so good that it would be extremely, extremely hard for them to mess up Tears of the Kingdom, I feel.
I totally agree. Yeah.
Mainly
Especially
because it's the same engine. I don't
yeah.
know, like they're adding some things to it, but it's going to be the exact same engine. It's just like Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask. You have the same engine people loved in Ocarina of Time, so you just make Majora's Mask.
Yeah. They already have like basically all of the, the fundamental building blocks there to make a good game, and they've made a good game with those building blocks already, so definitely expect, especially with like the amount of time that there's been between um, Breath of the Wild's release. Like reminder, like Breath of the Wild actually released like quite a long time ago. I think it was like
Yeah, it released
2017.
with the Switch.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and it was also out on Wii U as well, which is like, you know, like it goes to show like it was
It
one of
came
those
out 6 years ago, March 3rd, 2017.
6 years ago. Like that's like a whole console generation lifespan,
Yeah.
Like that's a long ass time. So like the fact that it's the same engine, and they've had this long to develop it and like really make sure like all the I's are dotted, all the T's are crossed, and everything's like really crisp. I think it'll probably be a pretty good game. Breath of the Wild for me was a great game on launch. I didn't like fully get to like experience it for what it was, but uh, it was a good game and it was pretty revolutionary at the time. So we'll see. I don't know how Tears of the Kingdom pans out. I'm sure it'll be great, but I also know like in the games industry, there's been like a ton of like open world type Breath of the Wild games as well. So I don't know. Maybe like it could also be like a little bit too much, like oh, like we've got Arceus and we've got all these other like Breath of the Wild
I
likes
think
now.
I think the main thing for like Arceus and all of that is that Pokemon is not really made to be open world or like
Yeah,
fully open world like it
but
was.
Zelda
Like
wasn't either.
Zelda is much better to make an open world like that than a Pokemon game. Uh, I just don't think because open world Pokemon, I think part of the wonder of Pokemon is that like you don't always know exactly what you're going to like come across whenever you go into the grass or you're in the caves or whatever. It's like
Right.
you get into the battle and then it shows you what you're gonna fight. For Arceus, it's like, oh, I can choose to fight whenever I want, and I can see what I'm going to fight first.
Yeah, exactly.
So I
Um,
I just feel like it's not as good as an open world as something like a RPG like Zelda, or like just action game like Zelda.
Yeah, yeah, like Zelda. I don't know. Zelda, I guess, is like yeah, like action adventure and like really like encourages that exploration factor. So I guess yeah, it's a little bit more suitable for something like Zelda. Um, I do think like there is like a lot of like empty space, obviously, but it's like with Zelda, it's more palatable, I guess, because there's more things that could be there, whereas like in Pokemon, it's just all that there could be is like a Pokemon, and as you said, if you like know what it is, as you see it, then it kind of takes away a little bit of the I don't know, the mystique or the wonder or
Yeah.
something. Yeah. Any thoughts from you, Connor, on?
I'm excited for it, but I just remember something because we were talking about like action games and like open world stuff.
Yeah.
Elden Ring DLC got announced yesterday,
Did it actually? I didn't actually know that.
19 hours ago.
Oh
They
wow! Like
tweet
what are they coming out with?
they tweeted
The
Rise,
Shadow
Tarnished, and
of the
Let's
Erd
Walk
Tree.
a new path together. Upcoming expansion, Shadow of the Erd Tree, is currently in development.
Oh, okay, so they just announced that
They
it's
just
in
announced that
development.
it's happening. But that's like that's so sick for me. I'm so excited.
Wow, that's really cool, actually.
And I'm
Yeah,
excited for you.
I still have to play through the rest of Elden Ring.
I don't know if I ever will, but we'll see.
It's just like too much of a grind kind of thing.
Dude, I need to replay through that game.
I just did not enjoy it that much. If Connor ends up replaying it, we maybe we'll do a seamless co-op, Connor.
Yeah, we can do that.
And
That'd be
Days
cool.
can join.
I'd be down.
I'll be the
That'd
tour
cool.
guide.
Yeah,
I know where things are.
we're
Um,
here.
but yeah.
Roam around and party.
Elden Ring getting DLC. Temtem getting DLC. I'm trying to think if there's any other games that anyone's even. I can't think of any games I'm excited for other than Tears of the Kingdom.
I got a game I'm kind of excited for, and it's funny enough, like I got it because like I'm a huge fan of the series, but
Hmm.
hadn't really been thinking about it because it comes out in May.
Yeah.
Or May, is it May? Holy fuck, I don't even remember. I'm talking about Diablo 4.
Oh, okay, okay.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be
Comes out in
sick.
June.
June.
But Diablo 3, which has been out, fuck, it's been out for like a long time. It's been out since 2012.
Yeah, I was gonna say like 10 years, right?
Yeah, and I bought that game when it came out. It's currently in what I think is its final season because when Reapers of Souls came out, which was the first and only DLC for it, that came out in
Yeah.
2014. Alongside that, they came out with the seasonal thing where it would have some like gimmick to it. You'd play it for a little bit. There'd be a leaderboard, and then the next season would come out. But it's currently in season 28, and
Okay.
there is no way they come out with a season 29 before Diablo 4.
Right.
So this is
Yeah.
the final season. I've been playing that a lot, and just like playing that reminded me how much I love like the top down like dungeon crawler kind of
Dude,
games.
yeah, dungeon crawlers are just so good. Like ARPGs like Diablo are so
Yeah,
sick. Yeah, I love it. It's one of my favorite kinds of games. Especially playing with friends and stuff like that.
yeah. Like the other night, because the people I've been playing with is the same people I played with like 9, 10 years ago, as
Damn.
well. And like we decided to get back into the seasons. And the last time my friend and I played a season together this much, we were like top 50 NA, top 100 world, and we were grinding. And then like a couple days ago, we were like both of us and then one of our other friends, we hit top I think we were like ranked 376 on the threes leaderboard,
Damn.
which is like it's really funny like when it's kind of early on because like you see you're like oh that's sick like I'm early on, you're on the board, you go to bed, you wake up, you're not even on the leaderboard anymore.
Like you're just completely been buried.
You're just
Like, yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
But we're
I
like
mean, hey,
we've been on like
you
the
were there.
cusp of it every time. But
Word.
I do want to continue to play this and see if I can get on the leaderboard permanently to be
Yeah,
part of the final season in a way.
Hell yeah.
dude, do it. Yeah.
Diablo 4 is gonna be fun. I'm excited for it. Surely they don't fuck up the game.
I
Surely.
Surely they don't fuck up
I
two
just
Diablos in a row.
I just looked up games that should be coming out in 2023, and I am now extremely excited for two in particular.
Well, what's that? What's
I
that?
completely forgot about both of these. There's Pikmin 4 coming out in July,
Right, dude. I forgot about that.
and
Holy
then
shit. Yeah, they just
one
dropped
of
that.
one of my favorite games is getting the second edition finally. Uh, it's not officially announced yet for 2023, but everyone's expecting it's 2023, and that's Hollow Knight Silk Song.
Dude, yeah, Silk Song is
Oh,
something that's been on everyone's mind for quite a while. Hollow Knight obviously is such a good game. And yeah, it's just so anticipated. And like we haven't gotten a whole lot of like news as well. So like it just adds to like the whole, anticipation for Silk Song. But yeah,
yeah.
when that comes out, it's gonna be massive, dude. Like absolutely massive. When did you say that was dropping? Was there an
It's
actual date?
it's not officially announced yet, but everyone's basically speculating 2023, probably like late 2023.
Yeah, yeah, it's been under speculation for a while. It's just driving everyone mad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's because I think they actually like did announce 2022 at one point and then they like pushed it back. So they're just hoping that it's this year
Yeah,
instead.
yeah.
Uh, and then I am
We'll see.
also excited for the Plucky Squire, but that one
Uh,
is basically there's a book, and then when you're in the book, it's like a 2D platformer slash action, like Metroidvania, I think. And
okay.
then you can leave the book, and it's like a top-down 3D.
That's really sick.
Yeah,
Damn.
the
That's
the
super
trailers
cool.
for it look really cool, and I think the developer is Devolver, and they usually make pretty good games.
Damn. Yeah. Uh, that sounds like a really, really cool concept. Like, so it's, correct me if I'm wrong. So it's like it's 2D, like platformer Metroidvania style when you're in the book, but when you're out of the book, then it
It's like a 3D
becomes
platformer thing. Yeah.
okay.
So the
Okay. So
tags for it on Steam are adventure, action adventure, 2D platformer, 3D platformer, and puzzle platformer.
dang. Yeah. That's sounds sick. When's that dropping? You said?
That one is coming out this year sometime. They don't have
Damn.
an exact date yet, though.
Nice. Yeah. Some pretty good games. Like I remember like it's so crazy that there's all these like super good games on the horizon because like I just remind myself like oh yeah like during the pandemic like everyone was just like grinding and like now like we're seeing like a lot of like these things like finally starting to come to light and like all of these things that people have been working on for the past few years and whatever. It's cool to see we're kind of breaking out into the next kind of era. um
Yeah.
it's cool. Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, it's gonna drop. It's gonna be cool, and I'm excited. Lots of really cool games. And yeah, Elden Ring DLC. Definitely
I'm so
something.
hyped for that.
Yeah, definitely something to look forward to.
Oh,
You
something else Connor might be excited for.
yeah.
I don't know if you played this one or not, Connor, but I know I played it and I enjoyed it. Uh, Jedi Survivor is coming out April 28th.
I think I own it. I didn't play it though.
You didn't play the
No.
first Star Wars
No.
Fallen Jedi
No,
or Fallen Order?
I think I bought it to get around to it because it has like that same kind of like Dark Souls esque kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I just never got around to it.
I mean, that's fine.
Yeah. That's that new Star Wars, yeah, like Dark Souls like game, right?
Yeah. And the
Yeah, I played
second
a little bit
one's
of that.
coming out in April.
Damn, that's super soon. Yeah, I really liked the first one. I didn't finish it, but I played it quite a bit. Like I just tried it on one of my old PCs a super long time ago. It's like in 2020. I think when I like first got like super sick. I don't know if it was even COVID at the time or not. But yeah, I was like playing through that during that period of time, and my gosh, it's such a good game. Like such like it just looks so good. Like and just like such a well designed looking game. Um, Damn, I didn't even know that they had a sequel on the rise, but so soon as April.
I feel like I'm so out of it from what games are actually coming out,
Yeah,
other
I
than
know.
like
Like,
I did
specific
not
games.
know any of these were until I just looked up games coming out in 2023.
Right after you did that, like I was looking up too. It's like Final Fantasy 16 comes out. When the fuck did we get to
what?
16?
Oh, 16?
It's because so 15 was not a very good game. It wasn't awful. The story was very good, but all of the side quests were not good. And then everything was kind of repetitive in it. Like, but the story was absolutely amazing. So it's some people liked it because the story was really good, and then other people didn't like it because it was kind of repetitive. But yep, here comes 16.
Then like you bringing up Pikmin 4. I remember watching the direct uh when it got announced, and it was just out of nowhere, just randomly. It was really funny
Yeah, it was super out of nowhere.
because everyone thought
You,
what was the game everyone was expecting? I can't think of it now. Everyone wanted
I think they were
I think it was Breath of the Wild 2.
expecting. I think they were expecting to see a trailer on Breath of the Wild 2.
they were expecting
Yeah.
that, but I think they were also maybe expecting like Mario Odyssey DLC or something.
People were not expecting Pikmin 4.
Yeah, I just remember
That's
like
Yeah.
it starts showing the Pikmin, and everyone's like, "Wait, what the fuck?"
Yeah. It came out of nowhere. I think it's really cool though. Like it looks really, really good, really clean. The addition of ice Pikmin, I think, was really cool. Um, they had like different challenges, or like different little puzzles where like you have to um forget now, like you have to like freeze like the water so that like you can make it like a bridge or something like that. And
yeah,
um yeah, there were like a lot of really cool little mechanics like that, with ice Pikmin in particular. I think, like, man, I think it looked great. I mean, I didn't play Pikmin 3, but I heard that was also a pretty good game. So um
It was.
yeah.
yeah.
I love the all three Pikmin.
I think I got Pikmin 3 free through like the Nintendo rewards thing. And then I
Oh,
played the
really?
shit out of that game. It was a good game.
Yeah. I'm actually like, if I'm being honest, I'm not like super uh aware of like the whole Pikmin franchise. It's not like a series that I've played like a whole lot. I think I've again like tried a little bit of like first one like a super long time ago, but yeah, it's one of those franchises that's kind of been lost for me in particular. But I know like people love it, so it's like there's nothing wrong with the game. It's just haven't haven't really had the time in the sun for me kind of thing.
Yeah,
That being said, though, like especially Pikmin 3 and Pikmin 4, like they look so good. It looks so good.
yeah. Extremely excited. Uh, I I know I played. I know I've played through all the Pikmin, but it's been a while since Pikmin 3 came out. That was Wii U, wasn't it?
Yeah, it
It
was
sure
actually.
was.
Yeah, so it's been a long time since I've played through them because I don't think I've played any of them since Pikmin 3 came out and I beat it.
Yeah, so it's basically like a puzzle game, yeah. Like it's like
Ye- Yeah,
like
kind of.
like management of like units and resources, and
Oh
then
my
like
god.
you have to like go through like I guess a series of like a level, I guess, like an instance. And I guess there's probably like some goals that you could probably.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
said oh my god, by the way, because I figured out Pikmin 3 came out 10 years ago.
yeah,
Oh my goodness.
yeah, it's turning 10
Jeez.
this year.
That's the last time I played it.
That's been a while, dude. Like, and the pandemic took like a lot more time than I think we
They're
realized.
releasing Pikmin 4 on the 10th anniversary. Oh, a week later than the 10th anniversary.
Wow. A week after the 10th anniversary. That's insane. Yeah, at this point, I don't even know like when, like, or if like there's gonna be like another Nintendo console after the Switch. Like, um, I guess it's not gonna happen this gen because there's no real point for them to do that. Um,
I wonder what new innovation Nintendo's going to try to come up with.
yeah, exactly right. Like, what else is in the bag? It's about
Maybe
to
they'll just
see.
go back to something like the GameCube.
I'd be down.
They're like, you know, we've had gyro controls and all this for long enough.
Like,
We're
just
going to be
back
simple.
to basics.
Guys,
Yeah, back to basics.
guys, hear me
I'd
out.
be down.
They're on stage, guys. Hear me out. Hear me out. They just pull out a little tiny disc.
Guys, hear me out. Wii U 2.
Wii U too.
It's like the worst.
Bunch of paid
The worst going
bunch of paid actors in the crowd. Yeah, let's fucking go.
Yeah! They're just popping off. Like 10 H boxes just all popping off at the same time.
And to celebrate, we've made it 10 times harder to develop games. Let's go.
Let's go. Oh man. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me as far as upcoming game releases. You can probably shift over to
Yeah, we're
anime.
gonna we're gonna segue into anime. I
Yeah.
don't have a segue for this.
Anime.
That was
Hey,
my segue.
Pikmin 4's graphics look really good. You know what else looks good? Anime.
Anime. Well, actually, like honestly, there was a few anime that you said like uh had really good animation this season. Yeah, like some
Vinland Saga. Ooh,
Vinland Saga.
yes. Vinland Saga Season 2. Jesus. The animation is great. The story itself is great.
Damn.
Everything. Vinland Saga, if the first season, it it's so hard to not put Vinland Saga in my top 5 anime. It really
Is
is.
it better than Vivi animation? That's a question.
That's a hard-hitting question. I might go with yes.
Really? Wow. That's surprising. Dang.
Okay,
Wasn't
they're
expecting
both
that.
Studio Wit. They're the same studio though.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was actually gonna ask like afterwards, like if
Yeah, I
who
mean
actually did that.
they're the same studio that did both.
Okay. So makes sense. They don't miss, apparently.
Oh, they really don't. They have
And
all of the best animation shows basically, like Spy Family, Ranking of
oh, wow.
Kings. A lot of shows that just look so good.
What's the studio called again?
Studio Wit.
Studio Wit, right? Okay. Damn. You're going off. Holy sh! I just realized. Sorry, just like a random thing. I have like my browser open and it like opens to my Twitch following,
Hmm.
and like Titus Melee is streaming, and his stream has been live for like 13 hours, and his title is "Stream Don't End Until I Beat OOT."
Uh-oh.
He's like, oh.
Uh-oh.
From the thumbnail, it looks like he's in Death Mountain. So big oh.
Uh-oh. He's gonna be there a while.
Yeah. It's gonna be a bit. Anyway, yeah. And any other good anime that you've been seeing, Waterbird? I mean, this is
Like newer ones that are really good.
yeah. I mean, like you know,
If we're talking about slice of life, I could talk about any of these animes for a long time.
well,
Just this season, slice of life, there's Buddy Daddies, which is basically it's basically Spy Family. So Buddy Daddies is there's these two assassins that live together.
So-
Yeah, I know.
No,
And they
no.
do these. Mhm.
I watched a little bit of this on TikTok because people keep
You
like,
did?
yeah, because people keep uploading just shows, and all my like TikTok feed is just like different shows. Like, I'll get into
So
that
you've
after
seen
this.
Buddy
I've
Daddies.
seen a bit of it. It looks pretty
Okay.
good.
It's really good. So these two
what is it?
assassins,
Yeah,
they live together. They do all these jobs and everything. Obviously, the jobs is just they get a hit and they assassinate. There's
right.
this one job they do where this little girl is basically following them, and they end up assassinating the little girl's father
Oh shit.
in front of her. But this is a comedy show, so it's like it's hilarious how all this happens basically. Uh, and they end up and then they're like, well, shit. And they just take the girl in and start taking care of her. And so it's like this 4-year-old girl just living with these two assassins.
Oh man.
And then a
Yeah,
bunch
okay.
of just random shenanigans happen all the time.
That definitely is like a setup for like an Ice Cube type movie.
And then
Ice Cube, he's back.
the the romance slice of life this season is Kubo won't let me be invisible. It's literally just romance. It's just good.
Nice, nice. I dig it. There was one I think I saw called like something Chan is a girl or something.
Tomo-chan.
Yeah. Tomo-chan is a
Yeah, I
girl.
think second season is out right now or coming out.
Yeah, I honestly like saw a couple episodes of that just
Yeah,
out of
season 2 is
curiosity.
coming out right now.
It's actually not bad. It's pretty funny. I don't
Hey, they're all good. All anime.
know.
There are no bad ones.
There's no bad anime. All right, I'm gonna remember that.
Yeah. Just don't talk about Glass Slip and we'll be fine.
Hey, there's no bad anime.
Doesn't exist.
I have so Glass Slip easily
The best anime.
easily the worst anime I've
Well,
ever watched.
but there's is it bad?
It's actually awful.
That's crazy
I
because you
have
just said there's no bad anime.
I have a picture on in a folder on in my browser with just like a bunch of screenshot things, and one of the screenshots is a comment of Glasslip that just says in exact words. It says there are a lot of shows that are underrated in which more people should watch them. I believe Glasslip is underhated and that more people should know of its existence and despise it accordingly.
Oh my god.
And I
Jeez.
will say I agree completely with that comment.
What is it even about? Why is it so bad?
It's not about anything.
I'm gonna look it up.
Oh.
It's
What?
12 episodes of nothing. Nothing happens.
I
Like
mean,
there is slice of life. There is slice of life where not like where basically nothing happens and it's just chill and like it's just like things do.
yeah, that's
Literally nothing happens in this entire goddamn show. Nothing.
I mean, do people talk?
It's not good. It's such a bad show.
All right. I'll take your word for it.
I need to know what the score is for this show.
On what?
Underhated.
It's, okay, my anime list. It's apparently 5.4 out of 10. Crunchyroll's 2.8 out of 5. IMDb's
On any list it's 48.
Jeez.
They're out here. They're trying.
Like it's just
They're
not
the people
good.
struggling. You stragglers. But there are no bad anime. So
There's
Yeah, no bad anime.
There's no bad.
except Glass Slip.
First arc of
Um,
SAO2, peak anime. Never seen a better one.
First arc.
First arc of SKF2 is god awful.
I mean, SAO is kind of a mess in general, isn't it? Like, that's what I've
Oh
heard.
yeah,
People say SAO started that genre.
Isekai.
They need to be stopped.
Why?
I mean, Shield Hero is cool.
They
Shield
no,
Hero is very good.
saying they they started that anime like or that genre.
When did Sword Art come out?
It didn't start it.
Well, I know it didn't.
I was looking at this the other day.
It kind of popularized it a lot.
It did, but I think that part of that was just like how accessible that show was.
Yeah, which is part of what popularized it.
I'll fight you.
Like I mean, you can't say it didn't. I don't like the show, Connor. I don't. But it definitely popularized isekai.
It did. I agree.
If you look at how many isekai came out before and after Sword Art Online came out, you'll definitely see.
Yeah, people are definitely inspired by it.
It's true. Is that the Isekai like wiki page is already purple because I've looked at this before.
Dude, I mean, if you even just look at this season of anime, there's got to be at least like 10 isekai.
Okay, you know what?
Just in this season of anime.
You know my favorite part? The modern media of like the earliest is like the earliest show, and then it's just like the earliest isekai anime to involve the protagonist being trapped in the virtual world of a video game was the film Super Mario Bros. Oh, hey, you disconnected.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
My Discord just closed and then like opened itself.
I'll bring it up again.
Yeah.
Last time I looked at this, I was trying to find like what the earliest like isekais were.
Yeah.
The earliest isekai anime to involve the protagonist being trapped in the virtual world of a video game was the film Super Mario Brothers: The Great Mission to Rescue Princess Peach.
What the heck?
That is the first video game isekai. It is incredible.
I guess they're not wrong.
Would you say 1976?
Yeah, I saw one that
I
was
see that.
76.
Crest of the Royal Family.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while.
It's an anime based on Egypt. All right.
Egypt?
Yeah.
Weird. Yeah. Oh.
All right. We should talk about just great anime overall, though.
Great anime overall.
Yeah, like what are some of your guys' favorites? I can go through mine. I literally have my anime list open. I can just talk about all of my 10s. All my 10 out of 10s.
I guess I could go through like a mini top 5. Probably not ordered for me, but I would say, Death Note, Code Geass, those two I think are some of my favorites. Really like, obviously, I grew up with Naruto, but I don't know if I would call it my favorite, but I don't know, I like it, so I guess I'll put Naruto in there.
I just looked at what I gave Death Note.
You probably did not give it a very high rating.
Wait,
I like it though.
Wait, do I tell a story about Death Note? Do I tell my story about that?
So we've all seen Death Note, I'd assume.
Yeah. Well, I've told you before about what happened.
Yeah.
I got fucked.
I would give the first half of Death Note probably like a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, I agree.
And then L dies.
Yeah.
And it's a fucking 1 out of 10. It's so bad.
Yeah.
In my opinion, at least. I hate it.
I mean, I think that's like the common sentiment across the board. It's just like, before L, dies, the show is amazing, and like the dynamic between L and Light is like some of the most exciting, like just storytelling in general. But yeah, it all just kind of goes away.
And then L dies, and then out of nowhere they're like, "There's 100 more L's." And you're like,
Well, okay, I guess you got me.
uh, yeah. So because I think it went from a 9 to like a 3, I gave it a 5 out of 10.
Jeez. Yeah. I don't know. I was talking to Sig about it, because she saw the show like not that long ago, um, like a couple months before January, and she was saying that like the second half was great as well. Like I was like, oh, I've never heard this
I haven't
opinion.
either, honestly.
I've
I
never heard this opinion.
I will say I rewatch anime a lot. I rewatched the first half of the anime a lot, and then L dies, and I just stop watching it.
And it's time to say,
I'm
okay.
like, all right, that's the real end of the anime. I'm done.
Have you guys seen the deleted scene? Uh, where Light is like in
No.
front of like the gravestone? It's actually kind of
Yes,
fucked up. Yeah,
I
you've seen
have.
that. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, it's like super fucked up. It's like, yeah. You can definitely see like how far gone he is um through that I don't know, bonus excerpt. I don't know why it got deleted, if I'm being honest, and I don't know if it exists in the manga, but yeah, it really shows like his character at the time, which is like kind of insane. Um, but yeah, Death Note, Code Geass. I guess I'll throw in Naruto. And then probably I would want to put Record of Ragnarok in there as well. I've been really enjoying it, and probably for the last slot, maybe like a little controversial, but I'll throw Psychopaths in there. I really
I
enjoy
don't
Psycho.
think that's controversial. Out of all
So
the ones you put in there, the most controversial one is definitely Record of Ragnarok.
really,
I think, yeah.
I think it's good. I don't know. I've been enjoying the fights. I understand like it's not for everybody, but I don't know. I think it's
No,
dope.
but Psychopaths is fucking amazing.
Yeah, I love Psychopaths. Psychopaths is one
The
of my favorites.
the first season, so good. It kind of falls off a little bit, but
Yeah,
it's doesn't. I mean, it's still pretty good.
yeah. I really enjoyed the characters and like the storytelling and like how um it's been a while since I've seen it, but yeah, like how the plot progressed. I do agree that yeah, it fell off a little bit towards the end, but just like the concepts in general that they kind of like introduce and like that world building that they kind of showed throughout the show. It's I thought it was really cool. I think that they came out with the Psychopaths too. I think it wasn't that great. I haven't seen it, but
Yeah,
from what I
it's
remember,
not the best, but I mean, it's not awful. It's not like it's not like second half of Death Note.
mm, yeah, yeah. I don't think anything will be like the second half of Death Note ever. Like it's such like a polarizing just turn of events for like a show to
Well, I
Man,
mean,
be
also
man,
so
fuck
just
Death
good.
it's
Note.
like just talk about polarizing as well. Code Geass season 1 ends and then season 2 starts and the first 5 episodes you're like, what in the fuck is happening? I thought I was watching a different show.
Yeah, yeah. Don't blame me there.
All right, what's your Death Note story, Connor?
All right. I know I've told you, never told Days. Years and years ago, I was on a family trip to Disneyland, and you know Canadian television didn't really have a lot of like anime on until like later at night, and like the rotation was like a couple, maybe an episode or two of Naruto, some Dragon Ball Z, uh, Inuyasha, and then like Death Note. And Death Note like just started coming on like YTV or like Teletoons, whichever one it was. Uh, we went on a family trip down to Disneyland, and they had Cartoon Network. Throw that on the show. I'm like, oh, sweet, Death Note's on. super excited watching it. It was the final episode.
Oh man.
I saw maybe the first 4 or 5 episodes, and then just saw the final episode.
Well,
And I was
that's
like, all right, that's the
one way
shit.
to go about
you're
it.
like, who were all these people?
Hey, I know that guy. Wait, why is he done? Oh no.
Why is the only person from the beginning of this show the only one not? Wait, why is the only one not dead? The very first person you see in the entire show. Everyone else he knows is dead.
It was
Hey, isn't that the main character? Is he dying?
yeah, what's going on here? Oh no.
That doesn't seem good.
Anyways, haven't ever finished the show because there's no point.
Dude, I wonder how many people, if we talk about the amount of people that like bad guys in anime have killed. Frieza's definitely way up there. Like extremely
there.
high up there. Like probably millions of people he's killed. I feel like Light's got to be up there.
Oh yeah, Light's definitely up there.
Like
he
super up there.
like at a certain point he was like willing to kill people just because like they might know like like who like I don't know that he's connected to the case or something like
Yeah.
super like really minimal stuff like he's just willing to
Yeah,
end
I
it.
feel like, I mean, Light he was killing like, I think there was one point he was killing like probably 100 people a day, if not more.
More than that. Yeah, I think more
Yeah.
than that. Um when he was really like writing like a shitload of names down. Yeah, I think it was like yeah, it was a crazy amount. I don't know how much exactly. But, yeah. He had like pages on pages.
Yeah.
It's insane. I don't really know who else. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I was like thinking in Code Geass if like there's a lot of like deaths there. But it's like through war, so it's not. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not like an outright murder kind of thing. I don't know. Not sure what else comes to mind, honestly.
I mean, the father in Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh yeah. I mean, he's just fucked. He just experiments on whoever.
I,
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not even gonna say the one that I was about to say because that'd be a bad idea. It would spoil a lot of shit.
What show is it from?
That would still spoil it.
Oh, really? Okay. Oh well.
I mean, if you guys don't think you're ever gonna watch anime that much, it wouldn't really matter.
I mean, I don't mind, but there's some people who might be watching who could.
The show is AOT.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, I could see. Yeah. Okay, never mind. I know exactly. Okay. Yeah, that's too. That's too.
I'll type it in.
Too
I'll
close.
just type it in the podcast chat.
Yeah.
Love that.
Okay. That's.
So I think he's
Love
probably.
that.
I think he's probably pretty up there.
Yeah. Especially during that time when there's not that many of them left. It's probably. Yeah. Not the best. Any other anime you want to go over? Or
Honor. I haven't even started my 10 out of 10s list yet.
Oh
yeah.
yeah. What am I giving? My favorite animes.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
Get Dragon Ball Z. Dot hack.
I actually hang on. Okay, first off, be nice. Be nice. Dot hack's the goat. I will die by that.
Did you put dot
Easy.
hack first?
It is first. Fuck you.
Hey, dot hack is. It's not. I'm not hating on dot hack.
I love that show. It's so good.
That hack is sick.
That was another show that always came on like late at night.
Yeah, it was.
It
It was one
was.
of those late night YTV type
It was
shows.
so
I
good.
remember that.
I mean, yeah. So is Bleach.
True.
It
Bleach
was.
did come on.
Inuyasha.
Inuyasha. Remember
I love
watching that?
Naruto,
Yeah.
DBZ.
DBZ, the Pacific dub. Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
And obviously One Piece.
I don't actually think One Piece was on.
One Piece was on
Yayo.
for it was on for me.
I don't think
It was on.
I don't remember ever watching One Piece.
It was on like Saturday mornings.
You
That's
probably
rough.
like
That would
looked
be
at
why.
it. You probably looked at it, and in the description it was like episode 682, and you're like, I'm good.
No, I'm good, bro. I'll pass.
I think it didn't show up on like the nights. But yeah, I think it was
That would be why
on
then.
it's Saturday mornings.
Saturday
Because it was
morning
a new
cartoons
episode.
was Saturday morning cartoons was reserved for SpongeBob.
Saturday morning cartoons for me was reserved by Rugrats, SpongeBob, like Codename Kid Next Door, Tom and Jerry.
Yeah, I
Oh
just
yeah.
look. I just had
Now
to
we're
see.
talking about the
Oh,
real anime.
I'm sorry, I forgot about the goat, Rocket Power.
Yes. You know, you just look. You had to wake up Saturday morning. You see it. You had to see what Tommy Pickles and the boys were up that day. You know, what were they
And
getting
then
up
Rocket Power always came on after Rugrats.
to? Yeah, I got Otis.
The original slice of life Rugrats.
Okay, so I got Dot Axon on the list. Obviously, I got
Yeah.
I like Dragon Ball a lot more than Dragon Ball Z.
Okay.
I got Big Wind Up.
Okay.
Okay. Got Haikyuu, obviously. Love that show.
Oh, nice.
Thank you, Noah.
Yep. Got you.
I got Yu-Gi-Oh on here. It's the final one I
let's
wrote down.
go.
However, there's only a couple of Yu-Gi-Oh arcs I like.
Hey, that's
fair.
fine.
Battle City.
Hey. Battle City sick. Duelist Island.
Yep.
Up
Duelist
to,
Kingdom.
Duelist Kingdom, sorry. Up to the first movie. Everything else, fuck that. Fuck everything else.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I am kind of mad Connor didn't have one of my top 5 in his top 5, but that's fine. He doesn't have to like the same shows I do. My top 5, my number 1 is Monster.
Monster.
It's just such a great. It's a thriller, absolutely fantastic thriller. I have no problems with it. There's someone in the Discord we're in that does not like the show, and we've had many discussions.
Wait, hand which?
Clismic Monster.
Oh.
Oh right, yeah.
Second is Bacano. Bacano it's a storytelling anime, a lot like Cowboy Bebop, but like it's like in the 1940s, in like New York gangster basically.
Right, yeah, I've heard about this.
Number 3 is Vivi. I am just not going to say much about Vivi because you should just watch it. It's great. Action. It's a action anime. Just very good. Also great storytelling. 4 is Bochi. Bochi the Rock. Slice of
Oh, yeah.
life. It's if you've
So
ever
good.
dealt with any kind of like anxiety or just anything like that at all in your life, even once, I think you will love the show.
You have to.
And then
You have to watch it.
number 5, the one I'm a little upset about for Connor is
Yeah. Listen, man.
We haven't finished it
I haven't
yet.
finished it. It is a good show, though. I do like it.
You say we need to finish it. There's one part that we have not gotten to yet that is so good. But yeah, I'm gonna go through what else I have as 10s.
As soon as you said it wasn't on my list, I was like, I already know what this is.
You're like,
He's just like,
Katana
oh
Gatari.
man.
Did you even think about Katana Gatari?
I did. It was in the same spot as Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know, man. When they're on the Kingdom and they're going through the maze and Gate Guardian shows up, that's pretty sick.
It's true.
I have my Annie list in Japanese. I need to think of the English names for these. I have Koe no Katachi, a Silent Voice. Silent Voice. It's one of my favorite anime, like animated movies ever. It's just I don't have any word, like I have nothing to say about it other than just it's fantastic. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Um,
I love that.
great action, great story.
I
The
actually should have
story.
put that on my list.
The story. Oh, it's just so good. I have Made in Abyss and Made in Abyss Dawn of the Deep Soul. I have yet to watch second season. I'm almost positive it's going to be a 10 as well because I've heard only good things about it. Um, Mononoke, another storytelling anime, just straight up storytelling. And then the last one is Vinland Saga.
And that's
It's
the one that
so hard to not put Vinland Saga in my top 5,
mm,
but I like Katana Gatari just a very tiny bit more.
that's
Uh,
fair.
Vinland Saga is, if you've ever watched Game of Thrones or know what Game of Thrones is, I really do like to describe it as Game of Thrones esque with like all of the drama and stuff that's going on in it, but it's Vikings and much more like action based, like bloody, gory, like much more action going on than anything else, but it does still have that like Game of Thrones, Stealing Thrones esque style.
That vibe, yeah.
Yeah.
Or like, they're all at each other's throats and all that.
hmm And
Word.
those are the only anime I ever have as a 10 out of 10, and I've seen 682. Those
Damn.
I have 682 on my list. I'm pretty sure I've seen more that I just haven't added.
Sheesh.
But yeah, those are my 10 out of 10s.
That's solid. That is solid.
We So currently I'm making them to watch Bocchi the Rock. Me and
Yes, sir.
Connor are watching Katana Gatari.
We still need to finish Haikyuu.
We need to finish Haikyuu too. Me and Days need to finish Haikyuu as well.
Yes.
Are you guys
And
caught up?
then
Wait,
no,
No,
we're not even close.
not even close.
catch up, then we all watch it together.
And
Down.
then we need, because I don't think Connor's ever seen it. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Dude, we
I've
actually
not
need to
seen
watch
Brotherhood.
that.
I've
I
seen.
haven't seen Brotherhood in forever,
I've.
and like while I was watching it, like it was not a good time for me. Anyway, go on.
Yeah, it's we need to watch it. Because I like rewatching that show like probably once every year, once every 2 years. Also hard to not put it in my top 5, but
Brotherhood is just like one of the best stories that could ever be told. Like just period. Um, like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is just one of the best stories ever. Um, like just
How
written. It's just so good.
how
and
different is it from like just Full Metal?
very,
It
it's
just varies.
completely different story.
Okay.
Yeah, it's completely different.
And I would also like to state for Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, um, and I guess just Full Metal Alchemist and the manga itself, uh, it's one of it's probably the most, I'm trying to think of everything else that's like super well known. It's probably the most well known anime slash manga that was written by a female artist.
It's so good. Like literally, it's so good. If you
Yeah,
haven't
I think it is.
seen FMA Brotherhood, you definitely need to watch it because it's just one of those things that it's just like it's just such a good story that it like kind of transcends like the form of media. Like what regardless of if it was anime or like a real life action movie or even this like like a Star Wars Clone Wars cartoon or something like that. Like it's just such a good story and so well written that I just like I have to recommend it to basically anyone and everyone. Yeah, it's just crazy and the action is pretty good too. So
Yeah,
yeah, definitely recommend it.
and all of the songs. The OST is fantastic
Oh,
as well.
oh yeah, it's one of the best.
Not even
Um,
talking about like the openings and endings for the show because all of those are great. They have great
so
artists like Yui, Sid, Sukuma Switch, all of that. But other than that, the like soundtrack and OST for like all the fight scenes and everything going on, also so good. I
yeah,
love all of the openings and endings. But my favorite song in that entire show is definitely uh, Trisha's Lullaby because
Mm.
it's a fantastic piano score, and I love anything piano.
Piano hits different for sure. I think my favorite is probably Uso. That just it just like
Uso and
yeah.
not Rain.
Oh
You
man, it's
picking
so
the
hard.
other
They're all
Smith
so good.
song?
I think like Uso is just like the one that comes to mind when I think of Brotherhood. But yeah, Rain is like just amazing, of course. So
Oh, what comes to mind for me is definitely Again, the first opening.
oh yeah, the first opening. Oh yeah, for sure. All right. I think we can move on if that's all we have about anime. Does anyone have anything else to say or?
I don't think so. I mean, I'm I'm not gonna be the one to say yes, I have more because I could.
Look,
This is the thing that I could talk about for literal years, probably.
I mean, I'm down. I mean, is Blue Lock still it's still ongoing or is that
Yeah,
yeah,
and it's still good. People
nice,
still
nice.
lock off.
It's so good. One of my friends showed it to me like at work and like yeah, I love it. Um but yeah, if that's all we have about anime, I guess we can move on to talking about
wait. Before we go on that, I got my
yeah.
TikTok story thing. Really.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So like I
Please.
was
So
like,
you've seen Buddy Daddies. What else have
yeah,
you seen?
I've watched entire episodes of Dragon Ball Super.
Nice.
Like, there's some interesting arcs in that show. Let me tell you. I watched
Oh yeah.
all of Endgame. Like,
All of like,
yes, I watched all of Endgame over like 90 parts or something.
did it have anything in the top and bottom, or was it just Endgame?
Look, I watched a lot of
Was
them.
it was
There's
it?
a
Did
lot
you
of
watch
them.
Endgame with like Subway Surfers at the
It
top?
wasn't Subway Surfer. It was like that marble game. It
Oh
was on the
God,
bottom, dude.
I could never.
Sometimes it swapped to like that like sand cut like knife cutting thing. Sometimes,
Oh, dude, I could
dude,
never do it
it's
with
so
that.
funny.
I'd rather Subway Surfers.
I watched I watched Shawshank Redemption over the last 2 days.
What did that have with it?
The same Marvel game,
Mm.
and I think that's Subway servers on a few. Uh,
Do you look at TikTok at all days? Do you have TikTok?
I browse through IG Reels, so it's almost the same thing. But
Okay.
yeah.
and I think I've watched more South Park in the last like week than I have in the last like 10 years. It is very
I
it is very funny how like cuz you just get in that rabbit hole if you keep scrolling, right?
Yeah,
And like
totally.
you watch a little clip, like I'd watch a little clip of like a South Park episode for example. And then you go to the guy's page and it has that button that like takes you to like, "Oh, this is the one you watch." And you click it again and then you can just like keep scrolling and just watch it in order. Next thing you know, the episode's over and you're like, "Oh no."
Oh man.
It's
my
really funny.
TikTok page is it's a lot of anime recommendations and stuff, but it's all anime recommendations for like super obscure things that I haven't watched, which
Mm.
is great for me.
Yeah, I know. It's like perfect for you. It's like what do you want? Any more new new shows to just kind of discover and go through? That's crazy though. TikTok. They always know.
It's
Oh, and they always will.
it's always really funny when like I'm not in the mood to like watch like a whole thing. I'll just keep scrolling, like watch all the content. It's like there'll be like a South Park clip, followed by like a bunch of random stuff, another like show clip, another movie clip. You just see Amza doing something. See a mango clip.
It's like
Kadoran's
everything under the sun.
yeah. Also, Kadoran for bringing up this whole like TikTok like TV show like movie thing. Kadoran uploads like melee clips to TikTok as like
Yeah.
the game part of it, and then like the top will be like Family Guy or something, and he keeps doing it. It's just really funny. And sometimes
Wait, what does he keep doing? Sorry, you
he'll
cut out for me.
he'll upload a Melee clip.
Yeah,
Like I was saying, like I was watching a movie and then it'd be like a mobile game on like the top or bottom of the screen.
yeah.
And he'll do the game in that thing will be Melee. It won't even be his clip. And then it'll just be like a Family Guy clip or like South Park. That J Mook combo that he hit on Moki, he uploaded that
Yeah.
with Family Guy.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And it was really funny.
This is genius, actually.
It's like the Family Guy clip wasn't even it wasn't even good. It was just the fact that like he's capitalizing on this insane trend that is just taking popular shows and then uploading it with something else.
Actually, genius. Oh man, I love Ghidorah.
Well, since we're already talking about Melee,
Yeah, we're on Melee now.
Hey.
we
Yeah,
can talk
exactly.
about how sad we all are for BTS closing. They're just having to stop.
Pour one out for BTS.
Yeah, I mean, like BTS is really, like, honestly carried the whole like exposure and the whole like front facing like I don't know whatever like Melee and Smash scene like shows to like the public and whatever. Like Summit has done an amazing job taking care of all of that. I was listening to PPMD talk about a little bit what he thinks just like earlier today, and you know he was saying stuff like you know BTS has helped promote you know certain people's brands you know through content, you know, because they've been making like so much content, especially every Summit. You know, all their skits are hilarious. um and you know they've provided like a lot of really good events, a lot of really good production. They've upped the standard for like top players, you know, like people now um you know have VIP rooms and stuff like that, and you know because of Summit, like you know they got their catering done at Summit, and so like you know now they know you know their dietary needs you know can be accommodated for and stuff like that. You know, just all the amazing moments that they've given us, and just everything. It's just been so good, and they've provided competition for VGBC, which has been very healthy. You know, they've uh, given us just such good events, just such good memories, such good everything, and really up the standard for our scene as a whole. So it really is just super unfortunate and super sad
Yeah.
that they went under. But this is like the state of esports right now. It's just not profitable at the moment. And you know, a lot of brands don't really want to be involved in it. Just because people have kind of ruined it for everyone else, if that makes sense. Like people have sold like deals that are way above like what they're actually worth, and then
Yeah.
once a lot of those deals you know go through, and you know they realize like, hey, like you know this wasn't actually worth all that we spent, you know, it discourages them from wanting to continue um investing in esports. And so like you know over time this just makes it so that there are less and less deals coming through the door, and you know at a certain point it just becomes unsustainable. It just becomes not profitable anymore to continue running these things. And like a lot of these events like run at a loss. I don't think people always remember that, but most TOs and event organizers and stuff, when they put on these big events, like they run them at a deficit, and they just do it for you know for the love of the community and stuff like that.
Yeah, like just to go off that really quick, like the last
Yeah,
time Ludwig did his, it wasn't even LACS, it was his, he did like the top 16 of Melee and Ultimate tournament.
yeah.
And then on stream, Aiden told him that he spent like $200,000 for the tournament and lost Ludwig $200,000.
No, what wasn't that LACS? The
Was it
invitation? Yeah, that was the
LACS?
LACS, and
I think that was
because that's when he
LCS,
played.
yeah.
Okay.
They played the music, and Ludwig like freaked out. Like because he was so excited. He was like congratulating Aiden on running it, and then he tells him the number, and he's like freaking out, right? Yeah,
Yeah, that's probably what
yeah.
it is.
That was the LACS Invitational that they held in
At
Vegas.
the invitation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that's what it was.
So
Yeah.
like it's a lot of money. But also for stuff like BTS, um, they really weren't keeping a lot of the money for themselves, I don't think.
Oh yeah, they were putting it
They
all back into events and community and like
yeah.
paying, their staff who makes all this stuff happen.
Well, it's like they're paying their staff.
It's
They're giving them benefits too.
Like in
most
LD's message, I think he said there were a few years or like a few months where he completely cut back his entire salary just so he could actually give
pay people
everyone
out.
else like their yeah.
Yeah, no, it like that exact same story has happened in the past with the the esports company I'm a part of right now, TGS. Like our CEO has definitely slashed his own paycheck in the past to just get employees paid, and so it's just yeah, it like these things are expensive, and people don't realize like how much that they take for granted when they like actively complain online about a lot of these things and like oh like this wasn't perfect and I had to wait this long or like I didn't get on stream or whatever it may be. Like these people don't always understand like how much work goes into a lot of this stuff and like how much money as well. So it really is like a labor of love, and we're seeing now like with BTS gone, we'll still be around. Like we're still gonna be playing melee. We're still gonna be having tournaments, but you know, with BTS gone, you're just not gonna be seeing like the whole mass of content, and there's not gonna be this whole like like Summit's on, like like and everyone's watching. Like we're not gonna have that as much anymore. So that's super unfortunate, but we as a community will stay, and that's the thing. Like I was gonna say with esports in general, like even if like a lot of these organizations go down, the communities are gonna stay around. The communities are gonna be fine, and like a lot of the industry is like kind of course correcting at the moment. Like people don't always remember that our like the state of our economy has not been normal for the past few years, with like the pandemic and a lot of things that usually wouldn't be high in demand, like Shopify and like these online business stuff and Zoom and all this kind of stuff that kind of rose up in the pandemic, Uber Eats and DoorDash, whatever. We're all kind of like moving away from that, and esports as well. Like it's not all about like online stuff anymore. Like it's a lot more back to in-person events and getting people into the door. So yeah, it's a lot of course correction these days, and it's not really the same model that can be used nowadays. And so like you're seeing a lot of companies laying off people, a lot of these orgs going down. FaZe Clan went down not that long ago, along with BTS, and it's not looking great. And but the thing, the shining light in all of this is that even though like these big, like once again like these big organizations are going down, it's a course correction. So like you're seeing now a lot more content creators are getting like brand deals and stuff like that. And so like it's more, before it would be like the esports org is kind of like the middleman between like the brand and like the content creator or whatever. But now it's more like the brands are just interacting with the content creators like just directly, and you see it like on TikTok as well, and even like Twitch ads like have incorporated like actual streamers to doing like ads, like so you see stuff like that, and so like the wealth distribution is going to be more individualized, and I think that's a good thing, probably going forward, just because like it's more about what you do and what you provide and what kind of value like you can make as a content creator rather than needing to, suck on the teats of, whatever organization will get you these deals or whatever. So, and as I said before, the communities, the gaming communities, are not going to be affected. The speedrunning scene is going to be fine. They're going to still be playing their games. Melee community is going to be fine. They're still going to be playing Melee, and we're still going to have Slippy. We're still going to have
I
tournaments.
I
You
think
know,
I think the Melee community is probably still gonna have events that are a lot like BTS.
yeah,
Um, because especially with Ludwig now co-owning Moist Esports,
yeah,
and Charlie also enjoying watching Melee and Ultimate, I think they're probably gonna do some sort of thing. And
oh yeah,
even like LACS itself, um, always had like the BTS style commentary.
right, yeah,
It
couch
just didn't
commentary,
have like the actual BTS like tournament style because it was always like open entry or whatever.
right, yeah. And a lot of that like summit format style that Aiden has kind of kind of developed is because like they wanted to stretch out the content for a whole week, um, and like that doesn't really need to be there. For an event like you only need to run a bracket, and that usually only you know needs to be a day or two, depending on if it's an open or an invitational. So
Yeah,
um,
I think though, like for me, the biggest thing I'm gonna miss about BTS, the skits,
yeah,
right?
the content, yeah.
Like who else does skits like that? And like bringing up Ludwig and Charlie. I think I think Moist will have something cooking. I you saw with Ludwig ran that Valorant thing with
The Tarek.
Tarek. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
right. He ran that. I can see that happening, right? But they make full out skits again because they did have skits, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Slime had that skit where he goes to where he goes to Riot's headquarters.
Yep. And Ludwig had the thing where he got pelted with all of those paintballs by
Yeah,
by tens and all of like Sentinel.
yeah. So it's like I think in no way is like because I think the way like there's just I've seen a lot of people like have that skewed thing where like without BTS because it was such a big thing in helping Melee grow that Melee's now in trouble or Smash
Mm,
is now in trouble. And it's like it's not.
no,
This isn't the first rodeo.
it definitely is not.
It's new. It's new for a lot of people, right? Like the Slippy era players, where they came from this pandemic and then like they went to their first kind of local or they just got into the scene and then now it's kind of what's happening. Do they quit the game, go do something else? But it's like BTS was more than that. It was CS:GO, it was Dota,
Dota, yeah,
Rocket League even had some BTS stuff.
they did
TFT had
TFT.
one.
TFT had one. Yeah, it was
It
fucking.
was so good.
Yeah, TFT cost too
It
much
was my
money. All
favorite.
right.
It was my favorite BTS event they've ever done.
Yeah, TFT would cost too much money and it fucking bankrupted them, buddy.
Dude, that was
I
actually
wouldn't be
my
surprised if
that was
that was
actually
the
my
case.
favorite BTS event they've ever done. Was that one TFT event.
I mean, they had like the best content creators. I fully like if that was the case, like if Connor what he was saying is actually the case, like I wouldn't be surprised at all. Um,
I think they will. Like I don't see why they
having
wouldn't.
having all of those like content creators like in the same house for a whole week, like can you imagine like the day rate for just even one of them? Like it would just be insane, dude. Like maybe I'm like biased because like I I like know about this kind of stuff and like have had to hire content creators and I have a little bit of that experience, but like yeah, I don't imagine that was anywhere close to cheap.
There's a lot of TFT streamers that get a lot of viewers.
Yeah,
There was
for
all
sure. They're
the
one of the
the
bigger
other
ones.
the other thing I was gonna bring up was one of Fiction's tweets Yeah, we all love fiction Twitter. We all love that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
He tweeted after the
It's
BTS.
it's just like deep leffen bot.
It's Deep Leffenbaugh, but it's real, which is the crazy thing. This is
Like
actually
a real
him.
person.
This is a real person just copy pasting Deep Leffenbaugh.
But yeah, what were you saying?
He tweeted about like BTS, and then the Smash World Tour, and then Panda all been gone in 3 months. And he talks about that. But his final thoughts on it was like, also this is the best time ever to get into Melee because when the economy comes back around in a few years, you'll finally be getting good enough to benefit from it. And just think about how real that is, right? We're in a low period of the game, as because his tweet is also implying the game's like going to go through a rough time because of this. Because really, we've lost 3 of our
All
big
esports.
events, right? Like it's all esports.
Yeah.
Melee's just happens to have lost 3 pillars of it in the last 3 months.
Oh yeah, Melee's gonna be affected. I mean, all of esports is
Yeah.
affected.
But like he's right. Like now is the time to get good at your game. So when it comes back around, you're gonna know something about it. And you're gonna be able to do something in that new economy.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Like, this has happened again, like you said, many times. It's not the first rodeo for Melee. Um, when Brawl came out, like everyone was saying, like, all right, yep, Melee's done. Everyone's gonna play like the new one. And for the most part, that was true for quite a while. And people came rushing back. And same thing with Smash 4. Same thing with Ultimate. And numerous tournaments along the way. Like Evo 2013 almost didn't happen at all, despite us raising all this money to get there. Big House, got canceled, had to be held online. I could just keep going. There's so much like things that have happened in the Melee community that have kind of spelt out like doom for us, but through everything that's happened, we have remained and we have, stayed as one of the most viewed and like top competitive Smash games, if not the most viewed and top competitive Smash game. And it's like we continue to come back time and time again. So for us to lose 3 tournaments and to think that this is it, it's just not gonna be the case. There's just so much passion in the community, and that is really the lifeblood of what determines if a game dies or lives, is like the passion in the community. If the passion is gone, then yeah, why would anyone like care to haul CRTs in their car and drive up to a local after working a full work day and hosting a tournament? Like no one's gonna do that unless they have the passion. But in the Melee community, that is like abundant across the board. And so there's going to be people who rise up and put on these kinds of events and serve the community in this way. So I fully agree. Like when fiction says like, hey, like this is the time to invest into your game, like it has happened before where with Brawl, for example, I'll just bring that one up. Everyone who moved on to Brawl, like was a lot of people, but there were a select few that still kept playing Melee, Mango being one of them. And they just kept plugging away at their game, and they stayed committed. They stayed committed, and they stayed true to what they were trying to do, and they were having fun. Weren't chasing any money, or they weren't trying to chase the bag or anything. It just they're just playing Melee to have fun. And then lo and behold, ROM, Revival of Melee, becomes a new tournament series, and Mango crushes everyone. Everyone who's still playing the game is like miles ahead of everyone else now. Again, this happened with Slippy, like the whole pandemic thing. Like people are saying like, oh, it's only online. I'm not going to play online. I'm just going to keep playing LAN or just like not playing at all. play other
Now
games,
these
whatever.
flippy kids fucking them up.
Yeah, and now like 3 years later, like all these kids that were just playing Slippy this whole time, they are coming to major events and they are doing damage. Um, it just happens time and time and time again, where it just goes like it just shows that like if you stay committed and you stay passionate and you don't give up the grind. You keep the hard work up. Like, it will pay off. And this is one of those times where fiction is saying like, hey, a lot of people are gonna, kind of lose faith in what we're doing here, and so there's gonna be a lot of people who flake off, fall off, trying to move to a different thing. But once all of this rolls back around, the people who are still playing the game are gonna be the ones that are calling the shots, and so it's a decision that you have to make, but when that time comes, you're gonna be wishing that you kept up with with the grind, because now there's gonna be this whole new landscape of people who have defined a new standard for the game. So like when people say honestly like it's never too late to get into Melee, it really never is. And you could not get into it sooner, because like the standard is always being redefined and raised, and like there's always new tools, new ways to practice, new techniques, new everything that comes out just even on the daily. And the people that really pour themselves to it are the ones that are eating good by the end of it. So I completely agree with what you were saying, Connor, and yeah, bringing up that with fiction.
There's no better time to start than now.
Yeah.
Because like, well, like if you wait till next week, again, like you're just a week behind the one you could have started, right? Like, I wish I started playing sooner, right? But I didn't really have anyone to play with here. There's no locals here. Oh, Slippy came out. Download Slippy, right? Now I play the game with people all over the world.
Yeah, and that's the thing
like,
as well. Like,
it's so accessible. Like there's no excuse now, right? There's no excuse. Now is the time to start playing. If you want to play Melee, play it.
Yeah, and yeah, it's the thing is like you don't like before you had to have like a local scene, or you had to have someone to play with. Now with like Slippy, it's just so much more accessible. Like there's just like it's so much easier. You don't even need to have a GameCube controller really. Like you could play on your keyboard if you really wanted to.
Or Xbox controller. Or
no, like
or Xbox controller or anything. Yeah.
Like bring that up. Like no, my friend Wolfie that plays Melee, he plays on an Xbox 360 controller.
Yeah.
Right, and he's pretty good. Right, like he's
that's how that's how Cole was trying to learn how to play.
Yeah, like you don't need the controller. Having the controller really only helps if like you want to be specifically accurate with your like your shines, your wave dashes, and things like that. Right.
You don't need a specific controller to have fun.
You don't need the specific controller. Like, fuck, if I didn't have a controller, I honestly might have just decided, you know what, I'm gonna play it on mouse and keyboard. Right, I'll just play keyboard. Basically, kind of like a box, but like.
What would you have your mouse buttons as?
Well, I'm just saying mouse and keyboard.
Now I'm curious. No, now I'm curious. You gotta tell me.
Everything is taunt.
Is your scroll wheel your jump?
It's all taunt. I'm macroing wave shining to mouse wheel, and I'm unlocking.
You're playing the game with one hand, and then you have one hand on mouse, just always spamming a taunt button.
I'm putting a crosshair in the game for Fox's laser, and I'm going to click your head every time.
It's like Terraria.
Yeah, it's Terraria.
No, but yeah, like just as an aside, Mango and Lucky actually made like a content piece for HyperX, where they like did a best of 5, and when they were both playing on like HyperX mice and keyboard, and it was just like so funny. Anyway, but yeah, the point being is like you can use any controller to have fun. It doesn't really matter. Like as long as like you get your foot in the door and like you start playing the game with other people and you're having fun, like that's all that's needed to get the ball rolling. So yeah, like even like for us, humble beginnings for us in Mario 64 speedrunning. Like, you know, a lot of us started on Xbox controllers. A lot of us started on, you know, random third-party, just, you know, PC controllers that we could find. You know, some people even played on keyboard, like like Little B or
Yeah.
whatever.
I think I
yeah.
started on. Well, I mean, I used the Xbox 360 controller for a while, even with Melee.
Yeah, like it happens. Like, you know, like you don't need anything crazy to play the game. So, you know, again, like going back to the whole thing, like it really could not be more accessible than, you know, well, you know, it could always be more accessible, but it hasn't been this accessible in a long time. And the game is fun, uh, and this is the time to get into it. There's just no there's no reason why um, like, you know, you can't have fun playing Melee, and you know, a whole month later, like you're so much better at the game, and then, you know, that leads into itself, and if you continue to stick with it, as we were saying, you know, when the economy improves and, you know, the landscape is better, then you can actually have the skill set to kind of take advantage of it. So, you know, it's a decision everyone has to make, but it you know, the hard work does always pay off, and it hasn't been the first rodeo. So, see what comes about, but yeah,
We'll
Melee will
regain
be fine.
Kings. We'll be back.
Yeah,
So
yeah, we'll be fine.
basically, what we've learned today is Melee's still gonna live. Anime is fucking amazing.
Except for
Yes,
Glass
sir.
Lip.
There's a bunch of games
Except for
coming
like
out
Glass
this
Lip.
year.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a bunch of games coming out this year we're all excited for.
Yep. A lot of really good games on the rise.
So many.
Like, can't be more excited, honestly. It's
Like
going to be a good
Ocarina
year.
of Time.
Hey, that's coming out this year.
Yeah, it's coming out this year.
Whoa, that's coming out.
If they did a remaster for Ocarina of Time, how do you think it would be received? Like on the Switch?
I mean,
Like,
they kind of already. I was like, so they kind of already did with 3D.
no, yeah. I mean, like a la
A full
Metroid Prime.
remaster.
Yeah.
How'd it be? I think people would have the craziest complaints about it.
As
True.
long as they did what they did with Ocarina of Time 3D, and you could like quick swap your iron boots and hover boots just on a button without having to press pause, I think it'd be great.
That was the best change they ever did to that, and when they did that with Wind Waker HD.
Is doing that with Water Temple is not the most fun to do your first time ever. Especially if you're on N64 and you have to switch between iron boots being on and off 10 million times.
Jeez. Yeah. I didn't even know that was a feature that they implemented in Ocarina of Time 3D. But that is a really good feature. I need to play Wind Waker HD. Speaking of remasters, like that's such a good
That's a
looking
pretty
game.
good remaster.
Yeah, that's a really good remaster. I don't know how we didn't land on that one, but definitely something I want to play for sure. Is it only on Wii U?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, man.
Yeah.
All right. Damn it.
I was gonna say I was gonna bring that game up with when we were talking about not the remasters. Well, kind of, but it was like when we were like, what games do we want to see remastered? And I was gonna bring up like I want Wind Waker again, but this time on the Switch. Just
yeah, I'd be down for that.
Do it, Nintendo. Do it.
Do it.
Just do it.
Do it. Yeah, no, we've definitely learned a lot. A lot of really good games coming out. Again, Melee's gonna be fine, and anime's dope, especially the ones that
Especially
Waterburn likes.
Glasslip.
Yeah, especially
Yeah.
Glasslip. Like, the single
show's
most
my new
important-
goat.
Would recommend. Very underhated show. People need to know more about its existence and hate it accordingly.
Yes, sir.
One of these
No,
days,
the-
I'm just gonna turn on my stream on Twitch and hate watch it with people. Hate watch it with the chat. Probably get banned.
Just have your title.
It'd be
Have your
really
title
funny.
like-
That's why you just do it on Kick instead. You know, you can do anything.
Yeah,
on
you can
there.
do kick. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you can do anything on there, apparently. All right, but yeah. Any closing remarks? I think we've been going on for
It's almost
2 hours now.
About an hour and a half. But I mean,
hour 45.
I feel like that's fine.
We're at an hour 45.
Okay, we're closing in.
Yeah. It's been the Conrin cast. Not there's no bird in there.
Yeah. See you later.
Yeah, see you later, everyone. It's been Days and Connor.
Please stop.
Wait. Who are you?
I don't know, honestly.
Wait, you're on this cast?
Who invited you?
All right, well, this has been the CawnrinBird cast episode 3. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
We'll see
It's
you all
been
next
Dazrin,
week.
Waterbird, and Connor, and yeah, we'll see you all next week.
Bye.
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 Bye.